Can I tell you a little story? I think this is fucking hilarious. Right, you're in England in the olden days, like medieval days, right? And you've got this little old Irish tramp, and there he is, and it's midsummer, and he's exhausted. So he lies under this oak tree, and he says, I'll have a little sleep for myself. And he does, and he's fucking had beautiful dreams. Oh. Next thing you know, he gets a couple of boots in the ribs, and he jumps up, and he says, what the hell do you think you're doing? He says, the man, English guy, he says, this is my land, he said, you're trespassing on my bloody land, he says, get off my land. So the little Irish guy says to him, well, where did you get the land from, Your Honour, he says, I got them from my ancestors, he says, well, where did they get them from? He says, they fought for them, he says, well, I'll fucking fight you for them.
It's the old dole office. We squatted this for about 4, 5 years, 6 years actually. It's been a car park now for 4 years. You can see it's half demolished, but if they've left it alone, people could have been living here as they were, like 50 people were living here. This kind of place, it looks formidable. It looks like you couldn't do anything with it, but I reckon within 2 days, we could have this place watertight, windproof and warm. And it's just a matter of getting all this shit out. That's all it is. It needs, let's have a look. We'd have to dig this out, or we'd come in through the front. We'd board this up, whatever. We're going up to where the kitchen used to be for the ravers when it was a rave place. This is a grade 2 listed building, so they have to keep the facade. Yeah, this is where the kitchen used to be. That's where the sink was. I installed the sink here. You can see that squatter's trick, the old hose pipe that was connected to the mains, which are just downstairs. And as you can see now, this place is just used by junkies for fixing the needles everywhere. Blood in it. Yeah. I hate that stuff. This room, okay, half the roof's missing. A tarpaulin covering that stops the rain coming in. It's only a matter of getting up. We've got competition now because we've got pigeons living here. And as for wiring, you just get one circuit going, just one, so you've got power. Yeah, and you can cook, you can oil your kettle, you can do, or even, there's plenty of fireplaces here, so, it looks horrible, but the thing is just get everything out. Get one room clear, clean, and you can have it habitable in no time. Oh, they're all smashed upside down now. Oh, look at these needles, man. Look. Shit. This is the most dangerous place in Brixton. And this has been empty for 4 years, right? Again.
The question we're asking is this: should squatters be driven out of homes that don't belong to them? While you think about that, let's say hello to Des. Hello, Des.
Good evening.
Now, you've been squatting for how long, Des?
About 16 years.
And what's your current situation?
Well, I've passed the 12-year Limitations Act mark, so I know I'm lined up to own my property.
But the people who really do own it, or think they own it, aren't too happy about that, are they?
Well, it's Lambeth Council, it's in London, and they're notorious for leaving thousands of empty properties empty, so...
What work have you done on it since you've been there?
Well, when I moved in, the place was on fire. It was burning. The kids had set it alight because it had been empty for quite a long time, and I put the fire out, and I've sort of put half a new roof on, lots of woodwork, windows, floors, electric wiring, plumbing, gas, water, new floor, that kind of thing.
What gives you the right to take somebody else's property? Council properties in the area where I'm a councillor, if we get any squatters in, then we have an order 24 and we can get them out within 5 days. It's the council's duty not to allow squatters into the houses, because as soon as the squatter's in that house is no longer available for a woman who might need to rehouse, or a family who may need to rehouse, or somebody who is in need to rehouse, because they're just coming in and saying, I'm taking it. That's wrong. You are parasites.
I don't defend the incompetence of the local authority, but people don't have a right to appropriate public property. It is just sloppy thinking.
Des, do you ever take over private property? Have you ever squatted a private place?
No. I mean, serious squatters don't do that because there's a law in force to take care of that. It's called a protected intended occupant. It's a criminal offence to do that. whereas civil squatting is property that's been abandoned or derelict, which in law anyway means that which has been abandoned. And the 1980 Limitations Act, when Sir Bernard, I believe, was with Mrs. Thatcher at the time, who enacted that act, thank you for that, brought it all to bear.
What would you do if somebody squatted one of your places?
We do whatever we need to do, which, I mean, we had a case 2 weeks ago in Peckham where we had the squatters out within a matter of hours of knowing that they were in there.
What, you went and talked to them?
No.
So what did you do, Nicholas?
Well, we sent some heavies in.
If you do get evicted, what's going to happen to you?
Well, the probability of that happening is far removed, but there's at least 1 million empty other properties in England, so there shouldn't be a problem there.
Des over there says that he's done repairs and he's not paid any rent for 16 years. What's he done with that money for 16 years' rent? Has he invested it in a charity? Has he started a business? What's he done with that money? That money he should have put into buying his own house or renting his own house.
Just to get back to the councillor lady here about what I do with my so-called profits from not paying rent. I do open soup kitchens. I actually teach people how to squat.
Entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah. I take them in.
This is your contribution to our society.
Well, no, I hate to see waste. I hate to see waste.
Your contribution.
Who likes to see waste? Who wants waste?
One of my Latin expressions is, I made this up myself, incuria gene tabes. It means negligence or waste begets decay. It's as simple as that. That's of people. If nobody lives in the house, it rots. If there's heat in the house, it lives. You know, like it. You don't have to be fucking Einstein to work that one out, do you?
Hey, mate. I must know you guys by now, yeah? So. This is the old coach house. Now, when I first moved in here, it was on fire. Yeah, up there. The stable doors were burning. They were... And I lived in the house next door. So I smelt the smoke. And I had a look out over the wall, and I saw the fire. So I got in and eventually put the fire out. Yeah. It was full of leaves. The leaves were up to about here because the doors had been left open for ages and ages. And I decided to move in. And it was mid-80s, about 1985, 84, 85. And the first thing I did was I thought, well, I'm going to have to get water. So outside, the mains come in. So what I did was I attached a hose pipe to it, which is just down here. Just there. Comes in, and then I ran it all the way up, across the top of the wall, and put this sink in, built this little thing to hold it, and blah, blah, blah. And it looks a bit rough and ready there, but that can all be covered in. But that's squatter's tricks, like hose pipe, because we use what's available. And it's all held together with Jubilee clips and things, but it holds the pressure, I mean, there. You can tilt that anywhere you want. There you go, lovely and warm. Electricity comes from the same place, the company head, which is down there. A couple of circuits. But you've got to know what you're doing with this kind of thing with electricity, because otherwise if you overload something, you'll go on fire. But you find the cooker, which I found this, cleaned it up, put it in, installed it. Everything in here has been found. I mean, one thing about England, there's so much stuff, or especially Brixton, so much stuff gets thrown away, Jesus, you know what I mean. Like that lamp over there, for example, came from a derelict pub. Look, this. Just across the road. It's even got a thermometer on the top. Never ever been used that. And the stew pot that we got the dinner in. This chair, Skip. Lovely chair, I wish I had the set. Yeah. And, fridge, freezer, found. This is the bed chamber, which one day I'm going to turn into a sunken bathroom. This is what the bathroom is going to be. Yeah, because it's perfect for it. Yeah, let's have a look in here. It's actually quite tidy for once in my life, but here we've got an open fireplace, because when I first moved in here, there wasn't any electricity. That all came later, but I stayed in this room, because it was the middle of bloody winter, I remember that. So the first thing I did was obviously get a fire together. And fine, you know, once you got heat. This is used to be the tack room for when there was a stable. And there's a tiny little room in there which eventually will house the toilet, the actual lavatory itself, because at the moment the toilet's outside. Yeah, so concrete floor. This came later, the Celtic stuff. This is a Cornish friend of mine who needed somewhere to stay, and I have a bus and let him stay there over a winter, and he painted this one. And for insulation, these are just ordinary bin bags. Just ordinary bin bags. So you get a roll of 20, cut them into shape, and just get up there with a ladder or something, just for insulation, and just with a staple gun and bump, 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 bump. Take it a day, and then you're insulated, so the heat can't get out, and then you can work accordingly from there. When you move into an empty place, you're not concerned about everything looking neat and tidy straight away. You want it to be functional. So you're warm, you're dry, you've got water, you've got the amenities, the services. And eventually, as you get a bit better, you end up with nice bits of gear like this, which a friend of mine donated. And we use this for the Brixton festivals and the Celtic fringe side of that, which that's about 1,000 watts there. And like when I'm putting it on, we build a stage out in the garden, and we have like 300, 400, 500 people here. I don't suppose anyone's got a magic marker on the pen.
Just do something on the bread, which lets me put on that one to call it.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely. What about that piece of cardboard? Yeah. Hello! We're just about to start now the show. Some poetry to start off with, and then we've got some music for you. Anyone that would like to jump up and do a little bit, then you're more than welcome. And this is the benefit for Joe. We're hoping to raise some money for his mother tonight. Now I'd like to introduce you to Chris on the bass, who's known as Double Bubble. And while I'm up here, I'm known as Fluffy Smith. So 2 poems for you. If you ain't got bottle, you ain't got balls. If you ain't got bottle, you've got nothing at all. Society sometimes acting like men, other times like gorillas. Your pin-up is Myra Hindley, she's a serial killer. Ain't got no dreams, never looking for some beams. You ain't got bottle and you're never really free. No, you ain't got nothing and you ain't got me. You have to stand up and be counted, or lie down and be mounted. No, you ain't got nothing if you ain't got balls. You have to have a go, give it your best show. Even when you're feeling low, not just going with the flow. You have to stand and fight for the things you think are right. That means stand up and be counted, play dead or be mounted. Cause you ain't got nothing if you ain't got balls. When you're feeling weak, just take a look at me. Why, my life is full of fun and glee. Some days you must spout it, another day you must shout it. You can't have nothing if you ain't got balls. Ain't never got a dream, neither chasing rainbows or sunbeams. Never being free and with nothing to lose. If you ain't got bottle, and I don't mean booze. If you ain't got nothing, you've got nothing to lose. Thank you.
Who wants to listen to a dirty old squatter? No. That's what I'm classed as a dirty old squatter. Yeah?